welcome back. It's been a while. We've been gone. We've been busy. So this is the beginning of season 2.
5 months later.
5 months.
Totally planned it out too.
Yeah. But we were busy. But also, additionally, secondly, I can't think of other terms, but
Bro, spit it out.
yeah, we've still been playing games and everything. We just haven't had time to record any of this stuff, even though we wanted to. I don't know. I've like streamed a little bit since then. Brett has not, and but yeah, I guess like a little backstory as to like where we've been, what we've been doing. For me, I was actually part of the layoffs at Riot. So for me, it was like 2 or 3 months of trying to find a new job. And I have one. I'm like settled in now. Things are back to being normal for me. We'll get into the games and stuff that we're playing afterwards, but yeah, I mean, even if these two guys didn't have anything going on, I was definitely like a main contributor as to why this couldn't happen. So, but yeah.
So when you worked at Riot, you were able to play games at home, right? Like and work at the same time. Was that like a thing you could do, or
yes and
like
no.
off and on?
Don't get him in trouble, Brett.
I mean, he doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, if we were slow, they didn't really care, but I mean, there was always stuff to do. So I usually had like, I almost said Path of Exile, Slay the Spire or something, that's like really light. I know a lot of people that play like TFT while they're working, because it's like, I mean, some people play it, they go pretty hard in it, but if they're like me, I just move shit around on my board, and that's pretty much how it works. But yeah, I mean, it's like encouraged to, take some time to yourself.
I gotcha. Do you do that? Are you able to play games now at your new job, or is it more of it's kind of the same deal?
Yeah, kind of the same deal. Or it's like encouraged. I do work for another gaming company. I don't know if I want to say who yet, but it's on my Twitter profile. So if you're curious, you can go look there. But it's encouraged to like familiarize yourself with the product. And yeah, I mean, we have, what do you call them? Game nights? No. Happy hour. We have a happy hour every Wednesday, and it's just like everyone at the end of the day hops in and like play, like we played like Battlefield 5, everyone together. We'll just like hop in and play random games. Gang beasts and just fun party games, stuff like that. But yeah, it's encouraged to have fun, but also get your work done. But yeah, how have you been, Brett?
Also busy. Since our last episode, which I think you said it was December.
Yeah, it's 5 months ago.
Jeez, almost 6. We're almost tomorrow's June 1st. I don't know when this is being uploaded, but yeah, tomorrow's June 1st. So pretty wild. Yeah, it's been a while, but I have since moved. I have a car, which I didn't have a car before. I got my license. Also, that's also new. I think I had my license before the last episode, but yeah.
Wait, did you just now get your license, like your very first time?
Back in October, yeah.
Brett, congratulations.
Thank you. I didn't need to drive anywhere beforehand, but yeah, since I was moving out of Illinois and moving back home, so I was like, I should probably get my license. So did that. Started working again. Started work back again in March. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Still gaming. Still bad at games, but I'm still gaming. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. How about you, Tyler? What you been
Speaking
doing?
of bad at games, I have been just working a lot. Really not playing too many games, in all honesty, unfortunately. Adulthood has taken over my life. That's my story over the past 5 months. That's about it. I don't have any dramatic stories like moving or job changes, divorces, houses burning down, being homeless. I don't have any of that.
That's probably a good thing. You
Let's try it.
named a lot of negative stuff, right? Right. You
I
sure
have
you
no
wanna,
reason.
You want to talk about something? You got something in your mind?
What, Brett? No,
No.
that's for a later therapy session.
All right.
I know. Dan, he turned 30.
I did actually. Oh, I
past
did.
month or
Yeah, my 30th birthday was in March. March 17th is my birthday.
God,
St.
you're
Patrick's
old.
Day. You're older than me, so shut
Shut
up.
the hell up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
I'm-
did have all these guys over at the house for a little get together. Played some Jackbox. Played some board games. I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all we did actually.
That was my first time playing Jackbox. I didn't realize that's how it worked. You can
Yeah,
use
it's
your
fun.
phone.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
prefer using a computer like a laptop, but
Yeah.
it's like catered to casuals. That like, the old Blizzard meme. You guys got phones, right? That's pretty much how Jackbox is.
Diablo 4. No, Diablo, what is it?
Immortal.
The mobile game. Yeah, Immortals.
Yeah, that
Rubs.
that sick game. Yeah,
I think
guess
I think I'm the last person to turn 30. I'm not 30 yet.
When do you turn 30?
July
July.
25th.
Oh my God,
That's
you're a
when I
little
turned 30.
baby, Brett.
Oh, shut
I
the-
know.
dude. Come on now. I hate this. You're a baby. You're a baby.
It's like I'm not, though. I'm 30.
You're what? October '93, right? You turned 31
Yeah.
this year.
What? Yep.
Old
maybe.
ass man.
Okay.
Dang.
They're right behind me. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to get Christina on here because she's older than all of us.
Bro, you're lucky she don't watch this. Yeah. As for games we've been playing, I still play a lot of different things. Playing a lot of Valorant, XDefiant, World of Warcraft, specifically the Mop remix that's out right now.
You say the mop?
Yeah, Mists of Pandaria. It's a expansion. So basically, this is a don't shake your head, Brett. This is a it's increased, like you start over in the Mists of Pandaria expansion, but with like all the current World of Warcraft classes and stuff. So you can play like a demon hunter, which didn't exist back then. Things like that, but it's like increased XP rates, increased stats overall. There's a bunch of cool different like gems that neither one of you play WoW, so it's kind of hard to explain. So I'm explaining.
I have like a week.
I'm explaining to the viewer that may know WoW but doesn't know what WoW remix is or Mop remix. But like you can put your foot, the gem slot that goes into your feet, is like always a movement ability, so you can get like blink on a hunter or stuff like that. So there's like cool different iterations that you can do on your class, and yeah, I don't know, it's fun. But
Dude, WoW has so many different things. You've
Yeah.
tried to explain it to me, and it goes way over my head.
Oh, there's-
and then it goes around the world, and it does it again. I don't even know. Like, bro, there's so
there's
much.
four different versions of WoW currently out. There's there's WoW Classic, WoW Classic Hardcore. There's WoW Cataclysm Classic. Then there's Retail, which is like current expansions. And then I guess if you if you want to count Mop Remix, but I don't know if you really can because it's a limited mode. It's only active for 3 months. That'd be 5 versions of WoW. Personally, I think the best version is Cataclysm Classic. That, to me, I think is like peak World of Warcraft. Not necessarily Cataclysm, but that, like what they're doing with that, which is essentially just going through all the expansions again. WoW Classic, like vanilla WoW Classic, is terrible. Like, it's not enjoyable. That's like it's fun because it's hard, and it's like it's really stupid. Then Classic Hardcore is like, if you die, you lose your character. Brett actually just sent me a clip of someone's pet accidentally pulling a bunch of mobs in a raid, and all 40 people died and lost their characters with like probably over 60 hours of gameplay on the characters. Yeah, like I would lose my shit.
That does not sound enjoyable.
It was
all.
actually like the comms were surprisingly tame after that. Like, I would be freaking out if that happened.
Maybe they were so upset that they didn't even know what to say, so they were just speechless.
Well, the guy that was talking, like, mainly was giving advice. He's like, hey, next time we're in here, just make sure you put your pet on passive, like in between each pool or something. And I'm like, dude, you got the mental fortitude of a god. Like, there's I'd be like, you fucking imbecile. Like,
Yeah,
Like-
so like I feel like WoW players are they're a different breed, man. I don't know if I could make a hardcore
Grinders,
and then just do it again.
yeah,
Because at some point your character's gonna die. Like it's inevitable.
maybe.
So like you're just accepting it, and you just make multiple, and it's like, oh well, just lost my paladin or whatever. May as well play my druid.
Well,
It's
it's like,
just like, oh
it
my
adds
God.
risk to something that never existed. Like, it doesn't. Like, I get the fun behind it.
I don't.
Because it's like the game. I mean, if you wanted to, like, I can just run anywhere in the game and like AFK and have no worry. It's like, oop, I died. Whatever. Run back to my body. Start all over, or not start all over, but like keep doing what I was doing. You know. But with this, it's like you have to lock in. Like, if you, especially in classic WoW, like vanilla WoW, if you pull 2 mobs, and you like are low on mana or something, like, you're dead. You really have to pay attention to what you're doing.
Well, so when you say so the people that don't play WoW or like pretty much don't play games like that, I think pulling is, and again, I don't play WoW, so I'm just assuming pulling means you attack them and then
Yeah.
get their attention, like aggro. You're
Mhm.
aggroing them. Okay.
Yeah, and then a mob is just an enemy, and like an enemy character.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I put that much time and I lost because a pet decided to fly off and do its own thing and then I die, like, I'm not playing that game again.
Yeah, I mean, there's
It's
like
not happening.
you're playing that fully accepting that, like, if you're playing that and you don't if you don't want to lose your character, then don't play hardcore. Then there's like absolutely, then you're just like, if you would really hate to lose your character and it would make you quit the game and you're playing hardcore, like, you are definitely setting yourself up for failure. Like, there's just no world that you should put yourself in that situation. But I don't know. To me, like, no, I would not want to lose my character. So I don't play hardcore. I think I did, and I got to like level 10 and I almost died. And I was like, this is terrible. That's too much anxiety. So, nope.
Like, imagine just playing Elden Ring and you're in it for 60, 70 hours, you die and you have to restart from the beginning. That sounds absolutely horrible.
Yeah, no thanks.
There are speedrunners that actually do that. Like, they do like no hit runs. So if they get hit,
Yeah.
they just restart.
I think I talked about that on the podcast before.
You did, and there ain't no way.
Yeah, the Gino, he's a no-hit. I don't know if he's a speedrunner, but he's a no-hit Elden Ring player.
Didn't he do? Is that who
Great.
did every single one?
Yeah, he did a marathon where he did no-hit every single Souls game in a row, like in one sitting, did every single Souls game no-hit.
I'm so confused how one does that.
Dedication and mental illness. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's built different. I could never do that.
No, yeah, me neither. I struggle. I mean, granted, like everything's down to a pattern. Like at that level, I feel like you're not even like reacting. Like the only thing you're reacting to is like they're doing this move, so I need to do this, right? It's no like on the fly, like crazy movement that like there's generally always a pattern.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of going through the motions. But I mean, there are some times that I watch those and it's like the enemy like jumped way further than they should have or something, and then they're reacting on the fly. But that's like a game, something messing up with the game, and you're reacting, and that's like whenever it gets like real hype. I just can't imagine being on Elden Ring and you're on like the last boss after you just spent 10 hours in your chair playing a Dark Souls game doing no hit runs. Like,
Well, imagine doing a no hit run, getting to the last game on the last boss.
that's what I was saying. Yeah, like you're on the last game on the last boss, and then you get hit by some AOE shit that you couldn't even see on the ground. Like,
Dude, I would cry. Dude, I remember I played Minecraft on stream a long time ago, and it was a hardcore. It was just hardcore, and I had maybe like 5-6 hours in, and just a random creeper appeared behind me, blew me up, and I just stared at my screen for like 30 seconds, and then I looked at my camera. I'm like, all right, I'm done, and I just left. Like that was it. So that was just 4 or 5 hours. I can't imagine, diving in for
yeah. I remember we tried to do a hardcore server on Minecraft before. It was like me, you, Lemon, Spaced. There was a few of us.
Yeah, there ain't no way.
Yeah.
No.
I died falling off something in the nether. I like fell off of something and landed on died to fall damage.
Worst way to die.
Yeah, I was like, now does that count or like no.
So I don't know if we're gonna like do this, but I kind of looked up a list of games that have released in 2024, and I could just like go over some of the popular ones that I know of that have been like, and you guys can like chime in and say if you've played them or not.
Okay.
One of them is the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. They got a lot of hype.
No,
And then
I actually seen. I've heard it was pretty good. Better than the Avengers game that came out.
Don't talk about that.
Which
that game pissed me off.
I will say I have been told that I glaze a lot of games. Like I talk positively about a lot, which like you, the viewer, are probably calling bullshit because all the shit I talk on Elden Ring or not Elden Ring on Baldur's Gate and Starfield. What other game? Minecraft, like those games. But I'm like generally like I hyped Battlefield 2042 up from day one. Where was I going with this?
I don't know. That's
You
a
hype
great
Oh,
game.
the Avengers game. The Avengers game. I enjoyed the Avengers game. I think it was fun, except like I got like 25 hours in or something, and it was just the same missions reskinned. Go to this facility, fight these things, get better gear, ultimately do like you're scaling. It's kind of the issue that WoW has right now if you play retail, where it's like you're scaled with the things that you're fighting at all times, so you never really feel yourself get more powerful.
Right.
Like, I can't go back. I mean, I guess you can in some places, but I can't go back to like the leveling zone 3 zones ago and just like one shot everything that was like giving me a hard time before, because all that stuff is now scaled to my level. So yeah, it kind of felt like that, where it was like I knew oh shit, I just got this epic blaster, but like I'm just doing the same damage. You know what I mean? You know what game? Sorry, derail. You know what game does power spike or like power scaling really well? Borderlands. That game.
I actually just started playing Tiny Tina's for the first time ever, and that
That's
game,
a fun game.
it is Borderlands. Honestly, is just mindless fun, and there's really not much to it besides that. But it's been all right.
It's a great story.
I kind of like the whole D&D aspect
Yeah,
of
that's a
Tiny Tina. It's
cool.
kind of
That's
cool.
yeah. I agree. That's a cool aspect. Sorry, next game.
Next one that caught my eye was Helldivers 2.
Oh yeah.
Helldivers 2 came out on February 8th for PC and PS5.
God damn, bro, that was almost 4 months ago.
Isn't that crazy? Where did the time go?
Yeah.
We're almost in the middle of 2024.
Very fun game. I think it's still very popular. Even
I think it still is. I haven't played it really since the release date.
Have you guys seen the Twitter account for that game?
Mm-mm.
They're kind of trolls.
Like-
I'm kind of about it. Like they
Wendy's
troll
trolls,
other
or?
kind of. They made references to other games. Like if a game came out with something dumb, like they would like troll it, but they wouldn't directly like at the game. But you all know what I think one of them that I'm thinking of specifically would be Tarkov.
Oh, really?
They trolled Tarkov pretty heavily.
They deserve it.
Yeah,
Dude,
but,
I'm a big Tarkov advocate, or I used to be. I have lots of hours in that game. I have almost as many hours in that game that I do like Counter-Strike.
yeah. There's I know you've been playing kind of a clone of that game.
Arena
And I don't know
Breakout
what it's-
Infinite.
Yeah, I know ABI, but I don't remember what it was.
What is it?
What is it for?
Arena Breakout Infinite. It is kind of a controversial take, depending. I think personally, I think people just need to shut the fuck up. All right, it's a fun game. If it's a fun game, it's a fun game. Who gives a shit? Like,
Yeah, I mean that's just the day that's the day and age we live in. Everybody's a critic. Everybody thinks they're the smartest person in the room. So,
but yeah,
what are you gonna do?
I think very fun game. It's made by Tencent, which has everyone also up in arms about. In case you didn't know, Tencent owns like 40% of Epic, 100% of Riot Games. Like, if you're playing Fortnite, Valorant, or League of Legends, you're playing Tencent games. All right, I'm just saying, like, that you're not getting away from it. Yeah, but it is made and developed by Tencent. It's an iteration on so they're a mobile company. They make a mobile game called Arena Breakout. It is basically the same thing as a PC game, but it's like a realism first person shooter on mobile. I played that for the first time today, just because I was bored, and it's pretty good. So, yeah, the PC version is not just a port. They're like actually developing it for PC. So it runs very well. It's optimized. Then again, kind of every game for me runs pretty well. Because I did get a new computer with that severance money, you know what I'm talking about? Just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
You say you're kidding, but I don't think you actually
No,
are
I actually
kidding.
did do it with the severance money for sure.
He's
But
trying to say, just kidding. No, you're not.
yeah, so I did build a new computer, which is pretty sick. But yeah, fun game. I recommend Arena Breakout Infinite. Get it via Twitch drops sometimes. Follow their Twitter for when that happens. Hashtag not an ad.
Helldivers 2 is also pretty fun.
You already said that.
I mean, like, oh yeah, that's true. I was just I was segueing back to that, but never mind.
No, it is a lot of fun. It is also, like you said like Tyler said about Borderlands, it is brainless fun. I think them adding friendly fire in that game honestly makes it so much more fun than it should be.
They do such a great job, not to like stay on the same game, but they do a great job with loot. It's like there are so many instances in games where I feel like you just get crap after crap, but I really truly feel like Borderlands is always like
I
intriguing
thought you were
you
talking
to
about
get
Helldivers. I was like,
no, not
I don't know
Helldivers.
what loot you're talking about in that game, but what I was thinking was the samples. I was like, they do like, yeah, samples, upgrade your ship. That's pretty much how it should be. And then
Yeah.
he said Borderlands. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
But no, it's always been a good fun. I don't know if I've actually really have ever beaten a Borderlands game now that I think of it. I always got to like 75% of the way through and then it just moved on to the next game.
That's messed up, dude.
I don't know. I don't think I could do that. If I play a single player game, like I'm gonna play it through its entirety if I have the capability of doing so.
Yeah,
Because I don't like an incomplete story.
I am the worst about that. I told you, I think I've said it on here before. I am like currently, if I load up my Elden Ring profile, I am on the final boss and I have not even tried to fight them. I just stopped playing the game.
You do the same thing with TV shows, and it
I
drives me
do.
insane. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I do. For the longest time, I couldn't watch the last episode of Big Bang Theory or The Good Place. I would get to those episodes and then either rewatch the series or just stop watching it.
I feel like there's something sad about reaching the end of a series like that. Like you don't want it to
There
end.
is, dude. Listen, full therapy lesson. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with them with the show abandoning me, and I need it to keep living on. You know,
Well, it's kind of like
Young Sheldon just ended. My life is in shambles.
that was a
I
good
can-
show too.
I can watch that show now. I don't like watching shows that are currently still on
Oh my
because
God,
that means I
know,
have to
dude.
like if I keep up with it, then it's just like I have to wait a week. Like we're in a day and age now where they just release the whole season at once, just so I could binge it.
I honestly think whenever there's an entire show that's already launched, that makes it harder for me to keep up with it. Because at least for a show that's still ongoing, it's not like my mind isn't looking at like Netflix or whatever, and it's holy shit, I have to watch 150 episodes.
Dude, that's how it was for Game of Thrones. I didn't watch Game of Thrones whenever it came out. We started like Christina and I, we started watching it while the final season was airing. And we tried to like if we no lifed it, we could have got caught up before the final episode came out, but I think we were like a week late on it. But like yeah, like we sat down and we just binged Game of Thrones and watched it all the way up until the final season, and I had no idea the reception of it. And we finished it, and her and I both were like, pretty good. That was a pretty good show. Like, final season, everything, pretty good. And then, like, we started seeing everyone just ranting about how bad the final season was. And my theory behind that is I think it was different for them because they had to wait so long for the final season. And it was rushed, for sure. But, like, we watched season 1 to season 8 in a month. So like it wasn't that big of a deal for us.
Yeah, I never really understood that. I feel like people hated the ending so much because it wasn't like that fairy tale ending what they wanted.
There was there's definitely some questionable spoilers.
No spoilers.
Yeah,
No
spoilers. It's saying now go to this timestamp if you don't
Can there be
if you
spoilers
don't
like
want to
5 years
see
later?
if you don't want to hear Game
I've
of
never
Thrones
seen
stuff.
it.
Brett?
Oh wait, do you not want to hear, Brett?
I mean, listen. It's up to
I think you
guys.
should watch the show. It is worth a watch.
I probably will watch it eventually. But
Okay,
it's
so-
just, that's
so-
one of those shows. I'll get to it eventually.
Zero spoilers. There's like 2 big events that happen in the last season, and they're like an episode apart, and it just kind of takes validity away. Like one takes validity away from the other one because it was like 2 massive events, and that's like the biggest thing for me. Whereas like I think the last season's only like 8 episodes, so it was like episode. I don't actually remember the episode numbers that these things happen, but for example, like episode 3, crazy thing happens. Episode 4, like half filler. Episode 5, crazy thing happens, and it's like it did feel rushed. That's
So-
like the only thing to me that was like I didn't like it that much.
So going back to what you were saying about like binge watching a show, so I did that with Breaking Bad. people talked about how good it was. It was amazing. I didn't watch it. Like I knew nothing about it. So I binged all of it, and I was like, oh my god, that was insanely good. Holy
It
crap!
was such a
I've
good
still never
show.
finished
So
Breaking
like,
Bad. I keep getting to like the final season.
you've
Like,
never
No,
what?
like whenever they start doing the train stuff, that's like I will rewatch the entire series all the way up until that point, and then I'm like, I just lose
Oh.
interest, and I'm just like don't care anymore.
Such a good show.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's one of the best shows. But
Which is like,
you know,
which is
tagging on
weird.
to what you were saying.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
okay, I was because like I think in that same season, one of the coolest like aspects to me is how they start doing things like with the houses.
Mm-hmm.
Like that to me is like that's one of the like most clever ways that you could ever like do that stuff. Which always like intrigued me, I guess. But yeah.
Right. Well, so I was gonna say, tagging on to what you were saying before about having like two major events happening like back to back. Breaking Bad did a great job of spacing stuff out.
Yeah.
So like it was always like something big happened, and then there's repercussions for it, and then there's like what happens after, and then something like then they find a resolution, and then another big thing happens. Like they did a really good job with the pacing of that show. So
Yeah.
I think that's why it's considered one of the best shows ever made. Fantastic show.
Yeah. Plus Brian Cranston, excellent actor.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
What was
Oh, yeah.
what was the next? Did you have like a list of games you were going through, Brett?
I'm looking at them right now. So another one that caught my eye that we didn't get to talk about, and I think the hype for it is pretty much dead, was Pal World. Pal World was,
yeah.
that was a big game.
Yeah,
came
that
out back in January.
honestly,
Never played
I
it.
had a lot of fun on Power World. It was like me, Brett, and like a handful of our other friends all made a server. I hosted it on like one of my computers here, so people could join at whatever time. I have over 100 hours. I have 123 hours in Power World.
God damn.
Yeah, I spent a
I gotta see
lot
that.
of time on that. That was one of the games that like I would just have running while I'm working, and would just like AFK like a farm while like I would just sit there while like my pals would farm and stuff. Because it works like Minecraft, where the chunk like the pals aren't doing anything if someone's not loaded in the area. So
Right.
yeah, I would just like stand there and smelt.
Got it. I
Yeah.
have no opinion of that game because I've not played it.
Well, I thought about getting it. I was
thought
very
you
much
did get it.
debating it. I did not get it. No.
Oh, dude.
I know you invited me to the server like to buy it, but I never bought it. But one of my favorite things about it.
to you if I didn't know that.
Oh no, it's fine. But one of my favorite things was the fact that you could catch people, and like
That's so
it could catch people, and then it would be like, well, that like the message on the bottom would
Yeah.
would show like, well, that seems a little unethical, but okay. Then you could
Yeah,
like
you can put 'em
throw
to
them
work.
out and then put them to work.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, great game.
That's crazy.
I
You
don't know what the player base is like now, to be honest.
You can
Well,
capture people and put them to work. Great game.
I have Steam charts open right now. Let me check. Oh my god, dude! The all-time peak is 2.1 million players.
That's insane.
Yeah, there was talk
Uh,
about this like potentially replacing Pokemon for like just because it did everything that Pokemon did but better
Yeah,
and like in an innovative way.
looks like the daily average is about 20,000 players,
That's still pretty good.
which is pretty good. I mean, that's still like top. I was talking to Christina about this the other day because it's like people say certain games are dead or whatever else, but like if you have 10,000 players, you're top 100 games on Steam, which is like, I mean, how many? There's like what 100,000 games on Steam? Probably more than that, honestly.
I bet.
I
there's
probably
more.
like severely lowballed that, but
Yeah, I've got maybe it's a hot take. I think a lot of people that say games are dead are basing that completely on content creators and their favorite streamers and everybody that are not playing that game. Therefore, it is dead, and they just maybe they talk shit about it, maybe they say something negative about it, and they just take that and they just like snowball and run with it, and they're just like, oh yeah, that's a dead game, bad game, horrible game.
I agree.
Just play this.
I
instead.
also think it's like people compare it to other games that are popular, right? Like, it's raining outside. Yeah, like people say like, fuck, I just had the game that I forgot. They say League of Legends, right? League of Legends is a dead game, and it's like there's still millions of players that play League. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if that game would ever.
like,
Yeah.
there's no like, if you have 1 million players playing your game, you're
It's
not
not dead.
dead. Like, I like to meme and say Counter-Strike is dead, but that's because it's not fun. But that's still concurrently daily has over 1 million players. Like, that game is not dead. Or like New World, that's another game. Like, people compare that game to its peak, and they say the game is dead.
Well, I think what a lot of people don't understand is just how many games are out now that it's impossible for the same players to continuously play the same game. There's just so many. And so going back to like middle school and high school, because I've been thinking about this. Like, I think that's a big reason why I'm not going to say multiplayer games are intimidating to me, but because I have such limited time with just the way my life works, I almost don't want to jump into multiplayer games because now it's like if I jump into this one, there's 9 others that I want to play. Compared to us growing up being in middle school and high school to where it's like, there was Counter-Strike, then there was Call of Duty, then Halo.
You can blame your wife, dude. It's fine.
I'm not blaming her. She
She's
doesn't give a shit about play games.
She's not gonna watch this. I'm just kidding.
But I just feel like growing up, there was always maybe that one or two games that everyone played. Now there's 10, and it's just what one of those.
Yeah, well,
10...
I think back then it was also very simplified to like everyone has Xbox.
Yeah,
Like,
right, it was like Call of Duty and Halo.
yeah,
Or whatever. I don't even remember what PlayStation games were out like then popular back then. I'm sure there were plenty. I just didn't. I have no idea. But Halo and Call of Duty were the
Forza.
first two that I thought of.
Forza was Gran Turismo. That's Sony. Gran Turismo.
But then it's like, and then if the Battle Royales came out, and then that opened up like a whole new type of game that also generated 50, 100 popular games to it. So playing those first-person shooters and playing MMOs, so there's just so many more categories. Also,
dude. And now Fortnite has its own like Minecraft.
Yeah, Lego Fortnite, dude.
Lego Fortnite, dude.
I can't play Fortnite just because of the menu. Like, you pop open the menu.
I will say that UI, like the main menu on that game is wild, dude. Like, I watched my 8-year-old, 6-year-old nephew navigate the not Fortnite menu. He knows where everything's at. He's like, oh, I want to play Red versus Blue. I want to play fucking Rocket League, or what, I forgot what it's called in the game, but he wants to do all this stuff, and I'm like, how are you finding this? Like, that was like a boomer moment for me. I'm like, dude, if it doesn't say Battle Royale XYZ XY, like whatever you want to play right there on the plain text on the menu, like, I'm not scrolling for 10 minutes to find a genre. And then it's like, you have, bro, I'm not even joking. If you open the Epic launcher on your computer and you search Fortnite, there's 3 different Fortnites that you can download.
Yeah, there's like
the kicker. It's all the same game. If you download Lego Fortnite, you're downloading the full version of Fortnite, but you're just launching into Lego Fortnite whenever you launch that game. I downloaded Zero Build and regular Fortnite. Both of them took up like they both download. I think it's like 80 gigs or something like that. They double down. I double downloaded Fortnite. There was 160 gigs of Fortnite on my computer.
I feel like They have the menu set up to Fortnite where it caters to iPad kids, where it's like there has
Yeah,
to be
it does
45
look like a mobile menu.
Absolutely.
Dude, it looks like the YouTube home screen. Like you're just picking all these different videos. Except
Yep.
I hate that it side scrolls. That drives me insane. That there is a side scroll. Oh, dude, like
Fortnite has everything now. Like actually everything. It's so crazy. It's so wild that you can open Fortnite and you can play like the Post Malone on Guitar Hero on Fortnite. Like you could just do that
That's
as
true.
like the Hulk or like just like, and you can like have a mixed match of like Batman and the Hulk and John Wick all playing guitars
Master
with each
Chief.
other. Master Chief's in there too. It's like, oh my, it like there's so much, plus Lego Fortnite, plus normal Fortnite. There's too much. It's
Yeah.
too much.
So I think that's why, like, a game to me, like XDefiant, has appealed to me so much because it's so simplified. There's not all this bullshit that's all over your screen. It's just get in there, click on a button, and you're in a game.
Dude,
That's it.
okay.
You're done.
Derailing, but not derailing, because I'm going to talk about XDefiant. And also a previous topic that we talked about on the podcast regarding Call of Duty and skill-based matchmaking. You
Oh, here we go.
whiners, dude. Oh my god. People like,
Me?
I don't no.
Oh,
Call of
no.
Duty players not winning skill-based matchmaking in a game. You are okay, dude. I played
Settle in,
four
boys.
matches. 4 matches back to back to back to back. All non-skill based matchmaking. The lowest kills I got was like 42, and the most deaths I had was like 16. Like, that is so boring to just shit on people constantly. But people want that because they need validity. They need to feel valued in their life.
They
And
need
I
to
don't,
look cool in front of their 3 viewers that they
dude.
stream
I
to.
don't even care about you could stream to 60,000 people. It does not matter. Okay. That shit, like you're playing bad people. Like that's another reason why I like Valorant so much is because if I'm getting 32 kills in like an Immortal 3 lobby, that like I'm skill diffing people that are my skill, that are on paper supposed to be as good as me, and I am dominating them. Like that is so much different than just shitting on Timmy Rando over here that
Not Timmy.
doesn't understand how a mouse and keyboard works or how a controller works or anything like that. Like, dude, I genuinely do not enjoy skill-based matchmaking. I think, maybe hot take, I think it makes you a worse player overall because you're playing worse people, which means you're doing dumb shit and getting away from it, and it's feeding bad habits. Granted, every single game that I play that's a first-person shooter, I am like omega competitive with it. So like, some people just want to get on there and have fun and kill a bunch of people, but to me, it's like, what are you accomplishing? Because if you're
But
not,
even at that, though, you're still playing against people at your skill level. So if you're bad at the game, you're just playing against bad people.
yeah, but then like, that's like, I don't know. You look at maybe not pro players, but you look at like Siege specifically, right? You have like pro players against other pro players, and people are like, oh my god, this guy is shit because he has like a 1.05 KD, but he's playing pro players every single game, and he's like going positive against them. Like that's good. Like you're a good player, but everyone's so like I have like a 2 point something KD and XDefiant, and like I feel zero accomplishment in that game. Like I do not feel like I genuinely don't want to play it because of how like I need to play ranked. If I play that game, I just
I have no
peaked. I'm sorry.
I have
It's bad.
no, you're good. I have no opinion on skill-based matchmaking whatsoever, but I will say, being devil's advocate, a lot of people just want to get on the game and just play it. They don't want to improve. They want to turn their brain off after a long day of work. They just want to get home and just load into a game and then either do well or get shit on. And that's it. That's all they want to do. They don't want to improve. They don't want to be like, it's definitely geared more towards casual players not having skill-based matchmaking. And skill-based matchmaking, I feel like is aimed more towards people that want to improve, that are like that they want to get better at whatever game that they're playing. And obviously, playing, like you said, playing against higher level people, higher skilled people is going to help you do that. But I don't think XDefiant is meant to be that kind of game. I think it's just meant to be like a casual, hop in, play whatever, do whatever, and just have fun with it. Which, obviously you're not a casual gamer. Like, you play to win. You say that all the time. And if you feel like you're not improving, obviously you're not going to like it very much. So that, I mean, maybe XDefiant should. I mean, there is a ranked mode, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a ranked mode.
Yeah, there you go. Just play that.
But then
I
it's
do
like,
agree,
then
a
I have
lot
to
of people-
depend on my team to do stuff, and it's like I don't solo queue in Val either. I'm usually always a duo, and yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, like I said, I have no opinion on skill-based matchmaking whatsoever. It's good, it's bad. I don't care. If I want to play a game, I'm going to play the game, and if I want to improve on it, I'm going to keep playing it and look for things that I can improve on. But that's me. If the guy is working at 9 to 5 and he just wants to come home and turn on his PS5 or whatever and just play the game, then I don't see anything wrong with that. Like,
Yeah,
without
I just
having
see
to
these
improve.
I see these kill montages on Twitter, and it's like, dude, you're versing people that are playing with both their feet on their controller. Of course you get 60 kills in this lobby. Like, the last 6 people you killed didn't even shoot their gun. Like, they're like, I'm just like, it makes zero, like, and then you do these crazy plays where you like jump off a thing and do a 360. Oh my god. Sorry, never mind. This just made me think of someone
I feel
saying someone said snipers aren't overpowered in XDefiant. And dude, I was funny story. Okay, so I was laying on my couch. It's like 4 a.m. or something, and I'm laying on my couch and I'm scrolling through Twitter because I don't have a life, and I see this streamer say that like snipers are overtuned and something like that, and then I read the comments, and this guy was just I don't know, he said some dumb shit, and he said snipers aren't that bad whenever you have guns like the ACR and the M16 in the game. And I was like, I just felt compelled. I was like, brother, what? Like, you have a gun, that being the sniper, that negates all, it breaks all skill barriers. It doesn't matter how good you are. If you round a corner and someone's hard scoping it, a toddler can pull the trigger and kill you instantly, regardless of what you have. Like, that is not good for competitive integrity or anything. Unless there is like a negative to it. Like, for instance, in Valorant, if you're opping, one, it costs a lot, right? So it's a risk. It's high risk, high reward. In XDefiant, you're respawning with a fucking railgun every round that you can insta-kill everyone with, and you're still just as fast as everyone else. And I forgot what he said, but I rolled out of bed. I rolled off the couch at 5 a.m. because he said, have you ever even used a sniper in this game before? I rolled off the couch at 5 a.m, joined a match with I didn't even put my glasses on. I just joined a match and fragged the fuck out, made a video and put it in, replied to him on Twitter. It was like,
Jesus Christ.
it was like, the gun is broken. And then he was like, okay, I agree. So
I love that you went through all of that trouble just to prove
I even
someone.
edited the video, dude. I recorded it and edited it. Oh, like, dude, I can't handle it. I can't handle when people are just like, but of course, if you look at that person's like stats or whatever, it's like 95% of his kills are with a sniper rifle. So of course he's going to defend it. Like,
I think that whole story, I'm more impressed you changed a guy's mind on the internet.
Dude, he said, okay, he like half agreed. He said, I'll agree with you for the M44, but the whatever the other sniper is balanced. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, because this is the gun that everyone's killing me with. Like, I don't know. Sorry for the rant.
I love it.
Welcome back.
It would
Season
not
2,
be a
episode
podcast. It would not be a podcast without a Daniel rant.
Without a turn do rant.
I love it.
What time are we at, by the way?
No, Starfield. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
We're at 50 minutes on the dot.
Okay. How long do you guys want to go for?
We can still do we can do like an hour.
Okay.
I feel like we've never really adhered to that, even though we've always said that. But
Yeah. Well, I just want to make sure we're not approaching the 2-hour mark or something like that.
no. What's funny is that we were 15 minutes in, and I'm like, damn, this shit is dragging. I thought for sure it'd be, but now it's like time flew.
Yep.
After I ranted about dumb people.
Skill-based matchmaking, idiots.
There is a few surefire ways to get turned you into a heated conversation. Either talk about politics or you talk about anything that has to do with skill-based matchmaking
Or Starfield.
or Star.
I don't rant about politics. I don't think I do, at least. Do I?
Nah, I mean, there's not really a reason to rant about politics because there's nobody that really differs our viewpoints. So
That's fair. Yeah.
that's fair though. That's fair. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of noticeable games that our group would play specifically. Maybe Hades.
Hades 2, I bought it.
Hades 2
it's
came
fun.
out on PC.
Well, Hades 2 came out everywhere. It's a brand new game. It's fun. It's, roguelite. If you like that type of game.
Yeah, my brother actually got me into a thing called Pokerogue, and it's kind of like a roguelite but with Pokemon.
Dude, you are obsessed with Pokemon.
Yeah, bro.
Listen,
you
You were the
Pokemon?
only
dude.
person I personally
Pokemon's
know in
great.
2024 that plays Pokemon Go still. Actually, that's not true.
It's-
One of my
it's
new
fun.
coworkers plays Pokemon Go. He's got that Pokemon Go plus or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh, really? Really? Holy
yeah,
crap!
yeah. They
I
go,
didn't know
him
people
and
paid
his
for that.
wife go hard apparently.
Are there any upcoming games that you guys care about?
I know. Turndu's brother-in-law is really looking forward to Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The
you
game.
said that, and I thought my sister's husband. I didn't think about Isaac.
No, Isaac. Yeah, apparently that's like a horror game or something like that. I know nothing about it. I've looked it up. I haven't seen any gameplay on it.
It's just a game created for like the cult following of like there's a Killer Clowns. It's a horror movie from the 80s, and it's just a cult classic. It's got a following, and the people that made Friday the 13th, the video game, made this game.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I personally think it looks dumb, but I'm
But,
not
I mean-
paying $40 for something that looks like it plays the way that it plays. I don't know. I don't want to shit on it too hard because it could be really fun, but
Destiny 2 is getting a new expansion. The
I'm
Final
excited about
Shape.
that. Okay, Brett,
It's in 3 days. Yo,
I think you would
Here we
like
go.
Destiny 2.
I have played Destiny 2. It's a fun game, but I don't like that I'd have to buy expansions to get new stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I will admit, it is not.
It's-
I almost said this, like, which would have came off as insensitive. I'll tell you after the podcast.
What is it like? It's like something about money.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like,
it's not a
it's like
poor
nothing.
man's game, but I wasn't calling you poor. That's
No,
it.
But I
that's
wouldn't say
fine.
that. I wouldn't say that that's necessarily true though, because if that's like, I feel like a lot of Destiny 2 players, that is primarily the main game that they play. So in reality,
I mean, I guess, but that's not a good business model
Yeah.
to bring in new players. Like you're just recycling the same X amount of players every expansion. Like you're not bringing in anyone new because there's no affordable. I mean, it's the same thing with like Star Citizen, right? Like Star Citizen's not a poor man's game. Like you gotta. Well, I mean, okay, that's not true. You can buy ships and stuff with in-game currency, but the in-game currency is like harder to get to. And apparently I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently there's a shop in Star Citizen that is hidden until you spend 10,000 real dollars on the game.
Jesus.
I don't know if that's true or not. And like I personally maybe I'm definitely in the minority of this, but like I personally don't care about microtransactions in a game. Maybe I'm part of the problem. Not to, but like, I like, whatever. Like, if you want to lock that behind $10,000, like, I don't care at all. But yeah, I don't know. That's for the right. Like, I don't mean any of that to be like the poor man's game thing. I don't mean that to be like insensitive. I'm saying like you obviously need to have revenue coming in to your bank account to play these games, which is insane to me. Because it's like, if I want to play, hold on, you go ahead and talk, Tyler. I'm gonna see what it would take to get into Destiny 2.
Well, I already did. So that's the thing, because like what they always do with Destiny is anytime there's a new expansion out, they almost like they merge everything. So I can buy Destiny 2 Lightfall with the annual pass for $20 right now, which includes everything. And then the final shape is 50. So that's $70 to get everything.
Oh, there's no. Hold on. There is no way this includes everything. Unless it does. If it does.
The annual...
Well, the annual pass is just that year. Unless they merged everything. See, okay. Another thing. This shit is confusing.
It is very confusing.
Like, why am I still able to buy? So if I go to Destiny 2 on Steam right now. Sorry, one of my friends. I see his negative review of the game. It made me laugh.
It's
just someone I used to work with. So if I go to this Destiny 2 Steam page right now, and if I hit the drop down for content for this game, I can still buy Shadowkeep, Beyond Light, The Witch Queen, The Forsaken, all of these things, right? Which
$377.
Which I think is just
individually.
Yeah. Which I think is just all included into Destiny 2 by itself. But I don't think it stops you from purchasing those. So like, it's a really weird business model. But I know Bungie did lay off a bunch of their staff, so I don't know if it's like a Steam
but you
issue
can buy
or...
like you can buy the Legacy Collection, which is the Witch Queen, Beyond Light, Shadowkeep for $12.
I'm not gonna lie, I am so confused right now.
Yeah, it's not intuitive at all. But
so that is actually a reason as to why I have not gotten back into Destiny, is for that exact reason. Because I only bought the first expansion, maybe the second one. And I feel like when you jump into Destiny after 10 expansions, it's so hard to get back into it and understand what is happening, because they make drastic changes to the game every single time.
Yeah. I think like, so for instance, how I did it. So I play a lot of Hitman, and that game also has a lot of expansions and stuff for it. But how I did it was I bought the game, I got into it, and whenever I hit a content wall where it was like, you need to buy this in order to play this, I would then just buy that. But I don't, like, I feel like if I did that with Destiny, I'm pretty sure that there will be a cheaper way that I should have went about it if I did it. Like, if I try to do Shadowkeep content, the game is going to say, hey, you need Shadowkeep. So then I'll buy that, which is not on sale, which is currently $20. But if I bought the Legacy Collection for $12, I would get Shadowkeep and like 2 other expansions with it. So I may be ranting and I may be completely wrong.
Dude,
and I'm pretty sure that's how it would work. However, I do think you would like the gameplay loop of that game. I think
I've played it before and I did enjoy it. I played it with you and I played it with Don, but like it got to a point where I was just like, oh, like I don't know what do I do next, because I feel like I finished a lot of the free stuff, and then I would try to go to a moon or whatever, and then it'd be like, oh, I need this, like I need this expansion, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to spend this money on this, because what if I get it and you guys don't, or whatever. Like if you guys want to go to a certain moon,
we already own it all.
Okay, that's fair. That's bad example. But if you want to do something, I can't tag along with you unless I buy that expansion, and I don't like that I have to purchase each individual thing in order to tag along to do whatever it is you guys want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like,
I do.
Like it's just like, I don't know.
I do feel like that they should at least let you go to maybe that. I don't know. I don't know how they would do that. Like at
I
least
think
let
they
you
just
go
need
to
to
the
clean up the
planet, maybe.
store, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's so
they need
confusing.
to. They need to. I don't know if it's the same way on console, but like, if Destiny 2 includes all this other shit, like, just get rid of all that off the shop and make it to where I can only purchase like things that should be purchased. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like so what I have been wanting for the longest time is I just want to play like an MMO RPG or an MMO FPS or whatever with the boys, and I want to do like raids and dungeons. Okay, I've tried to get all of my friends in a WoW. I've tried to get all of my friends in all these other games, and they don't want to do it. All right,
I just
they're
tried. I
like,
just
oh,
downloaded Elder Scrolls Online.
they're like, I don't want to spend 50 hours to get to the end game, and I'm like, fair enough. I can't fucking argue with that. Like, okay.
Like, New World actually was one of the only games where I feel like I could play the game consistently and then get to end game and be like, okay, I can keep going. But like, I can understand why other people would not be able to do that, because you get to level 60 and it's like, well, I guess I could do end game stuff. But if you don't have the proper loot to like do whatever it is you got to do, then you can't do anything. Because a lot of people level up by doing trade skills, and if you do trade skills, like, you can make stuff, but you don't actually have the stuff that you would need. So you'd have to, go out and get it, and then
Yeah.
I do feel like Destiny actually does that a little bit better than most, because if you're the same level as the levels are, it might take you, let's just say, 8 hours. But if you bring in a friend that's the max level and comes in to help you clear out those levels, you'll do it in 2 hours versus 8 hours.
Right.
I mean, that friend has to sit with you and go through all that again, but
I'm not even talking about the podcast now. I do think we should play Destiny. All right. I think all three of us should play Destiny because I want to do raids.
I'll play.
I think it would be fun to do raids and like figure the content out and play it together, climb our light levels.
I'm downloading Destiny 2 as we speak.
I think mine's still downloaded.
I think that would be pretty good content for YouTube. If we all had like face cams and stuff, I think that would be good content.
Oh God, just don't make me edit it.
That would be a nightmare.
That Baldur's Gate 3 took like 15 hours.
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding.
I imagine it would be easier if we if we all just streamed it, because I think you could just sync audio.
Streamed it or recorded it?
Well,
brother, I will let Daniel. You can stream it on your laptop and just do it straight to the. And the three of us will be in here.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, I do think that would be fun though. I think if you enjoyed, so like that's the biggest thing about these MMO games is like, if you play WoW, and if you think it's boring to like so WoW is it's considered the tab target MMO. It's where there's no skill shots. Well, I wouldn't say there's no skill shots, but like primarily you right click on an enemy, it auto shoots for you, it auto tracks the target, and like you just push a button and then the ability casts and like it follows the thing, right? That's called the tab target MMO. New World is like a skill shot MMO where you have to deliberately aim at these things, and if you have bad aim, then you're missing. If you don't enjoy tab target MMOs, you're not going to enjoy WoW no matter what level you are. And I think that's a problem with like a couple of our friends is they don't enjoy like that style of gameplay. So they can't put the hours in it to get max level. Because I do say like, well, the game doesn't open up until you're max level. And it's like, if you're not having fun getting to it, then yeah, fair enough. But
so to tag on to that we've kind of had that discussion when it comes to TV shows as well. It's like, oh, you just got to watch the first couple seasons and then it gets good. It's like, well,
it's a little different though. It's different. It's different.
Same thing.
It's not.
It's the same
because
thing.
like season 1 of The
Daniel,
Office.
I think you have something playing in the background. By the way,
What?
is that me? Can you hear that too, Brett? Is that just me?
I think it's just you.
What the hell is playing in my background?
Yeah, dude, call me out like that.
It's hearing things,
Alright.
man.
It don't
But yeah,
matter if
no.
it's just
So
me
like
then.
season 1 of The Office has bad jokes. Like it's not funny, but like playing WoW level 1 to 20, the only difference is you're getting more abilities, but the core gameplay is still the same. Like shows like fundamentally can change. Like if you ever watch the pilot episode of a show and then by the end of season 1 or by season 2 it's dramatically different. It's because they find like their bones and then they like know how the show should be built from then on.
Yeah.
I do
See,
think I will argue my headset just popped. I will argue that shows are different in that sense. And if you don't feel that way, that's fine. But you're wrong.
All right, fair enough.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. If you have to get to a certain point in a game before it becomes fun, I can understand why people just don't want to get into it.
Yeah.
And WoW is not for me. I've tried a couple times. It's not for me.
I've tried it too. I can't do it. I've tried multiple times.
Yeah, I think it's one of those games that if you're not hooked within the first like 5 hours or something, then you probably won't get hooked later on.
Yeah. All right. Well, since we're reaching the end, I'll at least because there are some games that are coming up. Do you guys give a shit about the new Assassin's Creed Shadows in Japan?
I think it looked cool. I don't like the gameplay loop of Assassin's Creed, or I haven't in the past, where it's like this person bad, kill him, go through some cutscene I care nothing about.
Do you guys care at all that Grand Theft Auto is coming out next year?
Yeah, bro, you didn't let Brad answer about Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
No, it's fine. We can move on.
Sorry, Brett. I'm just trying to go ahead. I apologize.
I think it's safe to assume that I haven't played any of the Assassin's Creeds. It's
That's
season
kind of
2.
why I just went on over.
Yeah, nothing's changed, even though it's season 2. Let's move on.
See, I think I like instinctively just skipped over Brett.
Yeah, it's fair.
Sorry, Brett.
No, you're good. You are correct.
There's also. Wait, did you guys play V Rising at all?
I did. Noah and I played the shit out of the new update.
Yeah. Oh, here's the big one. Do you guys care at all that the Elden Ring DLC is coming out?
I was going to talk about that because I know we actually have a couple friends that were playing it maybe like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, they're doing the co-op mod.
Yeah. I'd never played Elden Ring, but I mean, I've always been intrigued by people playing it. So I hope it's good, and I'm sure it will be.
Yeah. I am slowly trying to get into Elden Ring as much as I possibly can, but it's tough for me for some reason.
Oh, I think mean, it's definitely grind it until you figure out exactly how to beat every boss.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why I don't really care for those kind. Like, I don't want to play a game just. I think it's different whenever you're trying to play an online game, you're with friends and you're trying to be better at it because you're beating actual other players. But I think what doesn't grasp me for Elden Ring is I'm playing it just to get better at a game just because. I think that's why. That's why I can't grasp it and can't really get into it.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, it's like it's about self-satisfaction. That's all it is. Like, you're not improving. Well, I guess technically you are improving, but you're not like.
Do those games build themselves off people's pride? The amount of people that I know, like, where it's like, hey, bro, you should probably go level up before you fight Melania. And he's like, no, I got her down 1/4 HP. I could kill her. So they spend 500 deaths on her. You know who you are. You know who you are.
I mean, it definitely is like a beautiful world. It's a well-crafted game. I'm never going to talk bad about it because it is still a fun game when you do play it. But I personally don't care to just play a game just to be good at it unless it's an online game. But
yeah, I stay away from that game and the Souls games for my own mental health because I am stubborn as hell and I will play a boss until I beat it. And then once I beat it, I'm like, did I even really need to? Because isn't there like an optional boss in Elden Ring that you could fight?
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, like I would see that.
There's only like 13 main bosses out of like 50.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I'm stubborn, but I'm also
Maybe
I'm
not
an idiot. I'll go up to I'll see a boss and I'll be like, like, why would I avoid this? This is part of the game,
Why would
right?
I avoid this?
Yeah, especially
Yeah, it's
since it's
like I
open
have to fight
world,
it.
and it's like, yeah, I should be here now. But really, you're like
Yeah,
way out of here.
and then I'll die 10 times and then I'll just be like, do I really need to fight this? And I'll be like, it's too late. I have to fight. I have to beat this.
We got to
Like,
go
what
back
am
and
I-
get your
what-
runes that you dropped, you know, and then you
Yeah.
aggro the boss, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna run away.
Right? It's like, what am I gonna give up? Am I some sort of loser? No. It would be a horrible cycle. I'll probably play that game eventually whenever I completely lose my mind.
All right. Well, now that I am done making Brett feel bad, are we actually excited for Grand Theft Auto next year? Because I'm pretty fucking stoked.
I will be excited. See, I don't get excited about games anymore. Every time I've been excited about a game, it's
Depressing,
been
Brett.
dude, every single time I've been excited about a brand new game, it has flopped or it's just not well received or it needs updates. And then it's great like 3 or 4 months later, but release date, it's freaking terrible. And the one game that I go to about that is Anthem. That game took a hard nosedive, and I was the one of the very few games that I was actually excited for, and it
Dude,
just took a nosedive.
I mean, I actually enjoyed Anthem. I thought it was fun. There was just nothing to do once you got to a certain point, which I get. That's the same thing with New World. Like,
yeah.
get to end game, and then there's just nothing to do then except for like absolutely min max for like nothing for no reason because there's no content. But
Right. Yeah, well, to answer your question, Tyler, I'm excited to an extent because GTA 5, there's so much shit in GTA 5. I can't imagine what they're gonna do with GTA 6. I feel like I'm gonna have to buy a new just a whole new SSD, like 1 TB SSD, just to run it, just to have it.
Yeah, probably, to be honest. I don't know if they're gonna have online right away though, too, because they didn't for 5. It took a little bit for that to come out.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll do it in like stages to where like the first stage would just be the campaign for like maybe like the first like 2 or 3 months, and then after that they're like, hey, we're gonna put in online, and then do it in sections. I think that would probably be the smart way to go about it, but who knows?
Yeah, I know neither of you are like really big single player people. I know that, but do you guys like, does the story for Grand Theft Auto games ever intrigue you at all? Like, do you play through them all?
I played through them all.
I used to. The last one I did was San Andreas.
Oh my
I think
God.
I think 5 is worth a playthrough.
Yeah, it was good.
It's got it is a good story. It's cool how all the characters intertwine because you play as 3 different ones. I do recommend. I'm not super eager for GTA 6. Like, I'll play it whenever it comes out, but I'm not a diehard GTA. Like, it is what I'm curious about the story, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it also depends on the price. If it's over $100 to play the
It'll
game,
probably be 70.
I don't know about that one. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll be like graphically. I'm sure it'll look amazing. Like probably better than how Cyberpunk looks.
Cyberpunk is so crazy now, especially with like mods you can add to it. It looks so good.
Yeah.
It'll probably be 70 with like 3 editions, and the most expensive like $110 edition will get you like 3 days early access or some shit.
I'm so tired of that.
Bunch of shark cards for GTA Online to get your money up.
I
don't
hate that trend is new now. The 3-day
Dude,
early access.
no,
Now it's like every game does that.
I'm fine with that. What aggravates me is whenever a game gets released to Epic for 6 months because Sony paid them more money. So it gets on the Epic launcher, and then you have to wait 6 months for it to go to Steam. That's what happened with Borderlands 3. I just don't like I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 launchers open on my computer right now.
Damn.
It's like, why?
See, but to me, it's like for the whole 3-day early access, it's like if it's completed, then why not just release it to everybody?
Yeah,
Instead,
I
you're gonna
mean,
make
yeah,
someone pay
it's
$20.
because they're getting more money. I don't care if it's if it's 3-day early access to a single player. I don't care. But if it's 3-day early access to like something multiplayer that's progressive, for instance, like XDefiant, even though it's free to play, if they did like, oh, pay $50, get it 3 days early, and then you get in the game and then people are already like level 50, like that would
Yeah.
suck.
That part is bullshit because it's like, hey, because my friend or whoever didn't want to pay an extra $20, I now have to like, now I can't play with them because I'm 3 days ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that part is bullshit. Okay.
All
right,
right.
is it,
Well,
about time to wrap it up.
yeah, we're at
Oh,
1
wait.
hour 15 minutes. Oh, what's up?
No, I was gonna say, did we even really talk about what games we were playing at the moment?
Oh,
Save the best for last.
I think
right?
I think I did. I don't think you guys did because I said WoW, XDefiant, Arena
Oh yeah,
Breakout.
that's right. Go
Valorant.
ahead, Brett.
I've been playing XDefiant, League of Legends, Valorant. Been playing a lot of that. TFT. I've been playing a lot of Riot
Fucking
Riot
Riot
games.
Shill over here.
Yeah, dude. Well, you know what? They're all free, so you know what? I'm fine with it, and I don't spend any money on TFT. And I actually don't spend any money on League. Actually, the skin system for League of Legends is kind of crazy
We could
good
talk
now.
about the $500 faker skin, but
Oh,
we're at time.
oh,
We need to
dude.
move on.
Don't even get me started on that. That don't even get me started. That'll be a next time thing.
I have 35,000 RP from whenever I worked at the company, and I still have to put $200 into the game in order to buy that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we'll save that topic for next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing. Played a little bit of the finals. That's pretty much it. Haven't really been playing anything else other than the Poke Rogue that my brother introduced me to. But other than that,
That's about it.
yeah, that's about it. How about you, Tyler? What you been playing, if anything?
Well, so really quickly, I will say that did the finals, has that been updated at all?
Yes, they updated. I think weekly, actually.
I think that is. I'm not gonna be that person that says that it's a dead game because I know it's not a dead game, and we just talked about that. But I do feel like they waited too long to do anything to it, and the players moved on to a different. I could be wrong about that, but after playing it for a couple weeks, like they didn't do anything to it, so then I just went on to something else, and that was
Yeah, I could see that. I could see why you would think that.
like even the skins within a month. It was the cat and something else, and that was all you
I
could
think
purchase.
for me it was just how busted heavies were.
Oh my god, yeah,
So,
that
and
was
like
so
that
crazy.
that was like it was like that for a month or something. And I don't want to. I'm just beating my head against a fucking wall every time a heavy respawns and gets 2C4, and then they throw nukes at me all game. Like, it's so boring.
Yeah, I could understand that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we
I
playing Brett
know-
or not Brett? Tyler?
I am. There was a game on Game Pass which did not get much marketing or anything, but it's Hellblade 2. I don't know if you guys have heard of Hellblade 1.
Mm-hmm.
Heard of Hellblade.
It's only like 5.5 hours, so it's pissing a lot of people off. But it is graphically and audio wise, the best I've ever played in a video game. It is so crazy. If you have like surround sound or a good headset, it's insane.
Dang.
And I think it's like
you have a different
what's
headset.
insane about it?
You have a new headset. We don't have the same headset anymore.
it's the
Got
Logitech.
G Pro.
Yeah, 2. It's so good. That one that you're wearing, is that the same one that I had, or is that a different? No, that's different. Yeah, that's different than the one I had. It's by the same people, but it was getting very uncomfortable, and I just wanted a wireless headset.
Well, I have the one that you have over on my table.
It was starting to get very uncomfortable. But that game, I'm about 90% of the way through it. It's been a lot of fun, and then I'm about to play Destiny 2 probably all night. So
Nice. Real quick, you said why is the audio? Why is the audio good for that game?
So they used, yeah, that's one that I have. They recorded audio in a way that has not been done in a game before, and the character is like schizophrenic, so she hears voices in her head,
Bro,
and
if
like
there's someone whispered in my ear in the game, I'm fucking
Yeah.
done. Nope, not
yeah,
playing it.
it's like her conscious that like whispers to her throughout the entire game, and it's almost as if it's in your head. Like that's how good the audio is.
I
Um,
suppose.
And
do you not like ASMR?
No, I don't like people whispering in my ear. Like, as in, like, if the audio is that good and it sounds like they're like behind me whispering right here, I'm out. Can't do it.
I mean, if you have Game Pass, I would recommend at least playing it for an hour because I can guarantee it's going to be. And they use Unreal Engine 5. It just looks so good.
Except if you have, there is a current issue, random IT tidbit right now. If you have a newer generation i9, the 14th gen, or a newest generation RTX graphics card, the 40 series, you may run into issues with games running Unreal 5. The finals.
Wait, do you have to have both, or do you mean do you have to just either or?
I have both a newer generation i9 and a 4080, and I ran into issues with the Helldivers 2, the finals, and Gray Zone Warfare. All those games running Unreal 5, and I had to like underclock my CPU. I had to do all kinds of different things. And it's an issue with Unreal 5 and the newer generation i9s mainly.
Which is kind of like odd
Alright.
because you would want to run that with the best hardware.
Yeah. So right now I run an underclocked CPU, so I don't run into any issues anymore. But yeah,
All right.
cool. Is that it?
Take notes, everyone. I
Don't
think that's
upgrade
it.
your PC.
Is that all you're playing?
Yeah, that's literally like I'm about to sink my life back into the Destiny. So things.
Let's go, Brett.
Brother, I love
yeah.
Send me
I'll
your cash
download it.
app.
What the?
Destiny.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Destiny 2, the base game, is free.
Oh yeah, I played it before. I've downloaded it before.
Okay, random. I love fiber internet so much. I just downloaded 120 gigs in 10 minutes.
Dude, it's 114 gigs for the base game.
Well, it gives you get everything.
Oh,
even the
so
DLC.
you get everything,
yeah.
but you have to
it downloads
buy
all of it. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, it's still a little ridiculous, but yeah, okay.
I mean, it's a big game. There is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, when you think Warzone itself is 110.
But
dude,
Brother,
we need to wrap this up.
I thought I owed you. Do I not owe you money, Brett?
I don't freaking know.
It's $377 to buy all this stuff. I think that's what you owe me, Daniel, isn't it?
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah, dude. Dan, he'll give you a PC, but ask him to buy that big of a DLC. Hell no, ever.
Brother, I think I'm gonna buy this $12 legacy pack.
This guy's just made
I'll look into it.
What'd you say, Daniel?
this guy's just made of money. All right, we are digressing.
Yes, we need to wrap
devolving.
it.
We're devolving.
You're just making up vocabulary right now.
We are Degrassi.
That's a terrible show.
Okay. Anyways,
Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you
Shout out to
for
Drake.
watching opening episode. We'll try to keep them shorter. If you made it this far,
What is this? An hour and a half? Big deal.
if you made it this far,
I don't
you.
want iPad kids listening to this anyways.
I'm sure you're super cute.
Yeah,
Bro,
don't
there's
forget to
nothing
leave.
wrong with iPad kids.
Don't forget to leave 5 stars if you listen to this on Spotify. If you're watching this on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. It helps us. I think, right? Isn't that what the YouTubers say? Ring that bell.
Oh my!
That's all I got.
Ring that
This
bell.
isn't. This is embarrassing.
Smash that like button. Smash it.
Smash it.
I'm sorry. I will never do that again. That was fucking. I hate myself and everything. that
You're
stands
about
for.
to get. Yeah, you're about to get yelled at.
I know.
for
I'm about to
smash.
get a text. Stop fucking hitting your desk.
That was cringe.
All right. See ya.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Goodbye.